We're coming into this one, Salty. I tried to fix the portrait issue that we've had for the past however many episodes, and as you can see, it's worked perfectly. By which I mean, it's given us a beard, but our wife still has an exploded head. I don't know what to do. Honestly, don't know how to fix this. If any of you have any suggestions, or if you have any, if you fix this yourself, please, for the love of God, let me know, because this is a little bit distracting. Now, I also think that last episode I was being a bit too cautious, and I feel like I've been a bit too cautious with the way I've approached this whole thing. I honestly think we just need to get stuck in and learn from our mistakes. That seems to be the best way to do it. So, basically, when we can expand, I'm going to be expanding as soon as possible. Now, we need, what is it, 250 piety before we can start declaring wars? Hopefully, now I'm praying that it's not going to take up that piety after we've declared the war. I'm hopefully it's just going to be 250 piety is the minimum. After that, go nuts with your conquests, right? If it's 250 piety per war, we are going to be sitting on this friggin' island for about 10 generations trying to expand. Sacred Artifacts of Alexander the Great, discounted prices for the box of 10. We've got some criminals selling crappy counterfeits. We could leave them be, priests are annoyed, or we crack down on them and gain some piety. Lose 2.5 gold, but the priests approve. You know what? We need the piety anyway. I don't know why they've added custom sound effects there. It seems a bit strange. Crusade for Judah. His Holiness, Pope Alexander II, is worried about the souls in the Kingdom of Judah. What have you got? Burn St. Peter. Can we take that? I would like that for myself. We can't raid, can we? Oh, what is this? Hetiroi? I don't know if that's how you say that. Oh shit, it's a good retinue though. That's like a really good retinue. That might be something we need to invest in the future. We've also got this dude obviously below us as well who has absolutely no men, so that's pretty decent. Okay, we'll keep an eye on that. I'll keep that in the back of my mind. So, 250 piety. Let's test it out, and I'm going to scream if this uses up our piety to declare this war. We just need piety greater than 250. We need 12 gold. Please. Please don't do it. Okay, let's find someone who's actually a legitimate war target here. What about you? Get onto the mainland. It's not a bad idea. We could also maybe go for this guy. 900 men. What about his vassals? We've got you. What can we even get? It's just a single county conquest, right? Holy War is obviously going to call in nearby neighbours. Yeah, it's only single county conquest. I feel like we should probably just take the coast. You know, it's one sea border away. I said we'd start with Greece, but I don't know. We could go with Rhodes. I mean, that's a single province. Probably kind of rich as well because it was a merchant republic, or at least it would have been when we attacked it. How many men have they got? 300 men. This seems like the thing to do, right? Let's hit them. Let's go for it. Holy Conquest of Rhodes. Let's stick to the original plan. Go for Greece. It spent our piety. Oh my god, of course it would. Maybe if we win it, we get piety back. Maybe that's the case. Enforced demands. We're getting 300 piety. Yes, there we go. Okay, that's what I like to see. So as long as we're successful, we can keep the wars going. Which, you know, that's really dooming the campaign right there, isn't it, eh? Okay, bring the troops together. Let's start expanding already. You know, I said that we weren't going to expand until, you know, X, Y, and Z. We need to get our characters stronger, blah, blah, blah. You know what? Let's do this. Let's actually not piss around. We need to manifest destiny and actually dive in. Basilius Philippos has ended. He's had a change of heart, and he's resolved to be a better man, or he's cleaned up his act. He's lost drunkard. He's aiming to be a more diligent man. He's zealous, naturally. He's inspired by the cult, the new cult that he's joined, naturally. Who said that a cult wasn't good for you? What the hell am I supposed to do about this? We haven't got nearly enough boats. We're going to have to send him over in 2 units, unfortunately. Right, so, in awe at the size of that lad, absolute unit, by which I mean, he's going to lead the absolute unit, absolutely. Let's head to Rhodes. No, let's, don't ignore me. Oh, right, we're going the long way around. Of course, why not? Okay, they're undefended. They're off actually conquesting something else, so this is going to make my life very, very easy. What is it, 2 separate islands? It's definitely not. Excuse me, we seem to have landed on the wrong island. Sorry, gigantic seahorse? Okay, fine. That was a goof. I'm well aware that it still counts for war score. That's not a mechanic. That would be a ridiculous mechanic if there was a chance to land on the wrong island and not win the war. That would be insane. I don't think even Paradox is that. Even post-Animal Kingdom's Holy Fury Paradox are not that insane. Right. Merge up, boys. I'm not going to assault it. I might insult it, given the amount of... Assault it, given the amount of money we've got left. They can't assault us, or they can't attack us back. Put the ships down, because those are going to be costing me a small fortune, I imagine. Oh my god, the troops are costing me a small fortune. Oh, that's not our war. My god, I was about to say, how the hell are we at minus 40%, seeing as they haven't got anything to siege us with? Right, that's the Allies' war that we've joined there. Probably not the best ally, then, in hindsight. Gain the trait kind. He's turning his life around. We are going to make this man great again. Basilius Philippos VIII, the fat, no longer fat. He's no... Well, he is still fat, I guess. But he's no longer a drunkard. And he's becoming a kinder man. Inspired by the cult, like I said. Oh, this is good. I feel like we're really saving this guy's life. We've stolen his tongue of an unbeliever. Classic. That's a good way to clean up your act. Steal other people's cool stuff. My God, really? I'm glad he surrendered, because after seeing that, losing 1.5% every... Oh, it's every week. Interesting. What a strength. Why would they do that? That would make the game run so much slower. Anyway, to the great Basilius Philippos, thank you. Peace be with you. Thank you. Peace be with us, my friend, because I accept your unconditional surrender with the condition that you surrender to me. Alright, we've expanded. Congratulations, team. We've stolen Rhodes, which seems pretty decent. It's got minus 2.5 gold. Oh, because the holdings are costing more gold than they're giving to us. Oh my God. Yeah, no, that's really bad. So I assume these are providing troops, but no, tax income +1. Why is that the case? Oh, probably something to do with the... No, new administration, it's a percentage, so they wouldn't lower it beneath... Oh, it's minus 500%. Right, that explains it. I was going to say it's a percentage. You can't lower it more than the original percent unless you're going above 100%, I suppose. Wow. Man, this seems like CK2, but they've dialed the difficulty up to 11 and made everything way more punishing. Okay, so we can't do my original plan of just, you know, going into Greece, guns blazing, balls to the wall. Instead, we've got... I never understood that expression. Instead, we've still got to be somewhat slow. We've got to be somewhat careful not overexpand, otherwise our taxes are going to be decimated. Literally in this case, like reduced by a tenth, literally in this case. Too much food harms the body and dulls the mind. Basilius Philippos VIII the Fat will no longer be fat. He will be a skinny, sexy, temperate, diligent man. Two of those aren't traits. I made that up. Oh, we actually did get temperate. Look, like I said, we're turning this guy from crappy Philippos into Great Alexanderson. Which should be something we adopt, I suppose. In New Greece, you will be named after your forefather, so everybody remembers that Alexander was actually our father. Can we even trace it back that far? That'd be kind of cool. I never... Oh, that's a good idea, Brain. We trust Philippos. When did Alexander the Great die? That was like many years ago. Many years ago. Alexandros IV. There he is. Alexandros I of... well, Persian Empire there. And Kingdom of Macedonia, which was... Oh, for God's sake, I wanted to look at that. I suppose we could actually go to Persia, go to history, and just scroll all the way back, eh? Where is he? Anybody spot him? Anybody with eyes? When was he alive? He was around here, right? Yeah, there he is. No, wait. He's around here somewhere. Alexandros III? Alexandros III. There he is. Got him. Okay. Oh, that's actually our dynasty. Cool. Okay, so we are like his actual dynasty then. I know it said we were his descendant, but obviously there are many different splinters that claim to be descended from him. And his original kingdom, the Kingdom of Macedonia, or Macedon? I don't know how you would pronounce that. That's what we're going to go for now and try and, again, start from there and head out. There seems to be some, like, a lot of comments about why I'm conquesting X, Y, and Z. I mean, he started in Greece and went into Asia and went into Egypt as well and down the eastern side of Africa too. So we've got a lot of land to conquer, but we are starting in Greece. We are trying to emulate him somewhat, you know, our forefather here. Sweet. It wasn't that great in hindsight. I'm going to be honest with you. Kind of average. He's nothing compared to the warrior lodges in Holy Fury, eh? That's kind of cool though, so we can see what he had there. Alright. Where is that kingdom? It's this one, isn't it? So let's take a look. The de jure... It's not that big a kingdom, to be honest with you. 3 duchies, and really, even then, it's like, how many provinces is that? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5? Really? Oh, 6, I suppose, if you include this one as well. 6 province kingdom. I think we tidy up Athens, around that area first, like Athens, Sparta, head up through into Constantinople and sort of tidy all this up as we go. And then we'll head into Anatolia, then into Persia. I think Persia first, then go into Egypt for the sort of Ptolemy area. I think that's a pretty decent idea. Anyway, I'm getting ahead of myself. We can't even hold Rhodes right now, so maybe I should pay attention to the problem in front of us. And now we've got a revolt risk as well. Excellent. All right, how long until that fades away? Oh shit, really? It's a year? Okay, well that's not too bad, I suppose. Go wait a few more months. So it's a year after Conquest, and then it goes down to... Oh, so it's a little more forgiving than CK2. Or base game, I should say. Because I believe when you first recently conquered CK2, isn't it a 5-year cooldown and the other one's a 10-year? So this one seems a lot more forgiving in that regard. That it's a year of severe and then a little bit longer of less. Oh my god. Well, there we go. The portraits are fixed. Well done, team. I did that. Prince Solomon II, the Bewitched of Sinai. Huh. They have Siwa there. Weird. Okay, fair enough. We haven't checked up on our son in a while, Prince Dionysius, who unfortunately came out haughty, which is honestly one of the worst childhood traits you can get. The fact that he hasn't got... Oh my god, who is his guardian? No. We're an alright character now. We've got rid of... No, we're not. We are arbitrary and content. Although Zealous is good, Temperate is good, Gregarious is good. We're also a Marshal, which will give a boost any stats above 15 when educating a child, gives an additional chance to improve his education. I mean, I feel like I want control over this kid, because Haughty we could potentially get rid of, assuming we've got the right intervention trait. What has he got? Proud, Arbitrary, or Cruel. Now, we are Arbitrary, so likely he is also going to come out Arbitrary, unless we can get rid of that with Theology or Rulership. I feel like going into Rulership is a better idea to get rid of Arbitrary. Mainly because Arbitrary is not only affecting our round, but it will also affect our heir, and in turn our round in the future. So... let's go for that one. We got rid of Drunkard, which was absolutely what I wanted to do with the... what is it? Theology? I was going to say Theology then, and unbelievable. Right, so what's next? You are a... Oh, I thought that was a single province, but no, it's a two-province count. Or two-province duke, I should say. We could take him out. Has he actually got a vassal count as well? No, he does hold both of those person. Okay, fair enough. We could go into Crete... 1,800. The island hopping is probably not a bad plan. We do have a significant amount of men compared to our rounds that are sort of similar size to us there. So this guy is obviously two provinces there. Okay, fair enough. He's got 25 marshals, so we do have to be somewhat careful of that. I think Crete's next on my to-do list. What can we do? We can just do the Holy Conquests. We should be doing these as much as possible, like really churning them out after this modifier is gone. So basically that's how we'll play it, right? Well, oh, is this on a trade route? Oh, it is. Wait, Silk Road? Can we not build there? Let me just double check this. Oh, our trade post limit is 0. Okay, fair enough. So we need to go into trade practices, I assume, if that's still in the game. It is, right, okay. So when we can, remember to go into trade practices. That will help with our gold quite significantly. That's quite a major trade route as well. Move into that one, which will hopefully pay off some of the malice that's going to come from conquering new territories. But again, I think as that's the thing we should definitely be paying attention to right now, is making sure that this modifier is gone, like that, before we move into the next territory. There we go. We're making a fairly alright amount of tax from that now. Under my guidance, while a young son, Dionysius, is mastering the art of swordsmanship. Another good reason for us to be educating him there. Alright. Proud probably wouldn't be too bad in this in hindsight, because obviously prestige or authority gives a lot more impact on the gameplay than it usually would. So we should maybe even try and go for Proud actively, because Proud generally gives a lot, right? You are on my shit list. Hyde Park Apollophanes. I can't pronounce your name, so that means it's time for you to die. Maybe I should start naming these guys after names I can pronounce, like Steve. You know, Steve Argiad. Maybe we could also rename the dynasty to something a bit more appropriate. Thrug. Alright, yeah, I feel like that one's probably the best start. We could go for his capital. Which one's a better province, realistically? It doesn't really matter which one we go for. They're both close enough. Get slightly more taxes if we go for Gortin. Slightly less troops, though, because obviously this one has the barony under it as well. I'll go for his capital. Why not? You know, it's his capital for a reason. He's probably also got some bonuses there. Kydonia. I would like to take Kydonia from you, my friend. He's hired some troops there. How has he done that? He's got extra troops during warfare. Okay. Or during wartime, I should say. Okay, raise the men. Oh, we've got extra boats as well, because of Rhodes. That's excellent. We actually might be able to move a decent chunk of our army now without having to worry about it. Right, everybody embark. Oh my god, really? No, we still don't have nearly enough boats. Okay, I don't think we need those 22 gigantic horses from Rhodes. Oh god, we should probably save up a lot more money as well before war. I didn't really take into account the actual... What is the upkeep we're paying right now? I imagine most of that is boat upkeep. Boats are obviously incredibly expensive. What about, going into... Is there anything that reduces, like, galley cost? Anything along those lines? Even upkeep would be incredibly valuable. No, not really. We can get supply, we can get land organization, that type of thing. But, unfortunately, galley cost is galley cost. Okay, 23 boats. That's excellent. We've got enough to carry these men. Wait, what? We already got... Oh, we've already got some men on the boats. Okay, get those 800 men. Leave them behind. They can be the defense force. Merge or get these boys... Sorry? 5,000 men? What is happening there? Whoa. Let's not question it, team. Okay, get on the boats. We'll lead this one. We'll leave a home defense force behind, because I feel like they will probably try and counterattack us. I've got a lot of good island warfare experience now following the Avatar mod, So, now I know that doing things like this, we do need to leave some troops behind to try and defend ourselves. Now, they are boat bombing into that, which kind of implies that they've got a pretty decent army. Right. Wait for them to land. So what I'm going to do then, we're going to let them land. We're going to let these boys die, because that will stop their morale getting above 50%. They're coming in at 50% anyway, because you're limited coming off of boats with a naval landing. They'll take the naval landing penalty. We'll move in. I assume there's not a river crossing between these provinces. My God, look, I'm being far too tactical. Who gives a shit? It's CK2. Come on. These numbers don't mean anything. All right. No, we want to wait for those guys to lose. And then when they've lost, we'll move in like this. Whilst they're still at half round, actually way less than half round, those guys did a really good job, actually, of keeping them beaten down. We'll move in, sweep things up. Look at that. Alexander the Great. Here he is, reborn. Oh, you know what? They're just bringing all the troops over into the meat grinder. This is so good. The AI is incredibly bad at managing fleets in CK2. And now I sort of know how to do it as well. Avatar's prepared me for this after all the goddamn island warfare we had to do in that series. Alright, if you guys could die... Man, I need to get the Decisive Battles mod. Holy shit, this is why I play with Decisive Battles. 200 men. And now we're going to go down there and we're going to kill off 100. Then they're going to move back north. And then we're going to come back south again. It's ridiculous. Your experience in the matters of war have increased. And there are many things you will do differently in future battles. What's our troop composition looking like right now? Let's take a look. 1,000 pikemen. Pikemen are heavy infantry, aren't they? 1,500 heavy infantry. We have a decent amount of heavy cavalry as well. Honestly... I would like to go with cavalry, but I don't think this dude's going to be long enough to see a sort of shift from heavy infantry to cavalry in the army composition. I feel like something like heavy infantry leader with 1,000 pikemen there is going to be a lot more handy for us. So I'm going to go with heavy infantry. Let's crush these boys some more. Hello. You hack at the enemy soldier who falls down dying. The man shouts, I yield, I yield. As you take a step back in hesitation, he suddenly lunges at you. What a shit. If he surrendered, I would have spared him. Mercy is for the weak. Wow. Can we double kill him? I want that man healed so I can kill him again. Right, 6 more men. Good one. Fatigue. We have been at war for quite a while. I'll let him off with that one. Alright, let's get back on these boats and go and siege down our prize now then. Now that we've completely decimated their troops. I keep saying decimated. I mean, I use it in the modern term, obviously not in the fucking Roman term, because I'm not a Roman. Right, okay. Head over. Kill them all. No. You're not paying attention here. Admiral, kill them all. Asparagus is fairly sure you're developing consumption. Classic. That's just what he'd say. My liege, consumption is a terrible thing. Please don't eat me. Actually, the worst joke I've ever said. What am I, a Fortnite streamer? Okay, 57 minutes, a valiant effort. Not quite the Gerard Butler movie. Wouldn't have had the same ring to it if they just called it 57, eh? Excuse me, streamer, did you know that the Battle of Thermopylae was actually a real-life event? Thank you, I did. You don't need to leave that comment now. If you do, I can see it now. The fucking comment section is going to be filled with it. Why did I open my goddamn idiot mouth? Your mind is clouded, and a dull red rash is spreading across your body. You feel hot and your joints ache. Knees weak, arms sweaty. You've contracted mum's spaghetti fever. What a problem. My life is in your hands. Is it that bad? Oh, health -4. Okay, my life is in your hands. Asparagus. Oh, Christ. Right, we're dead. So that's -7 health. We might as well just have friggin' rabies. Horrible mistreatment. You will lead troops to the bitter end. Don't kid yourself here. This man is dying. Okay, right then. What can we do before that? So we could just become full tyrant and get rid of this dude. I feel like that's a good idea. Please, please. Thank you for excommunicating him. Alright, imprison him. Since he's excommunicated, no one will care. Excommunicate him. Since he's excommunicated, no one will mind. But he's a kinslayer. We'll get Kinslayer. We're going to die in a minute anyway, so who gives a shit? Get rid of him. Dynastic Kinslayer. Or it's Dynastic, he was a long term. Right, now who's our heir? This dude. Homosexual. Get rid of him. Excommunicate him. Is that not... What do you mean that's not a just cause for... Oh my god, we spent the piety on that? I didn't realise it was 250 piety a pop. Get rid of him. Oh, fuck. It's going to be tyrannical. This is me metagaming a little bit, and this is me metagaming as if I was playing regular CK2, not... this super janked up, prepared to be punished version of CK2. I want my son to obviously inherit because he's got those good congenital traits, and plus he's actually not a shit character. Fussy, oh, don't get me wrong, Haughty's bad, but Fussy and Novice Fighter are both stepping stones to something good. Better than this dude. He's already better than this dude, right? Can we get rid of you? Thank you for the Christmas music. That's really helping with my... I love that on the Lux Invicta mod DB page. It's like a fully immersive experience. You all immersed yet? Maybe I should turn it up a bit. Alright, yeah, sorry, pal. you know what's going to happen. Whack. Do we have any vassals anyway? Why do I give a shit? I mean, we've upset this dude who's providing me with 0 troops. We haven't got any vassals. Why do we care? We can go North Korea for a little bit, ensure that the dynasty is alive. And now who's my heir? That's right. It's your boy, Dionysius, whose name I couldn't even remember. That's solved that problem. And again, we haven't got any vassals, so why do I care that I'm a tyrant, eh? We've got, like I said, what? Oh, there we go. Who says beheading a man because he's a homosexual doesn't benefit the realm? Please. Oh, and I wonder why I'm not friggin' monetized. Why do I say these things? Epistatus Megastros of Carpathos is applying for a vacant position of Cankelios. You can become my Cankelios. Thank you. We're getting straight depressed. We are super dead. -4 health. -1 health. Where's the horrible mistreatment? If I can find it among this mess of... -3 health. We are strong. Maybe that's why we're alive. Oh, he's so sad as well. I can't believe you executed that man. You can become my Mystikos. Epistatus Lysus of Paphos. Why does everything in Greek end in S? Is there a reason for that? Somebody let me know. Oh, I was going to say, I don't remember that, but that was our allies' war, wasn't it? My god, it's going to take a long time to siege this down. Sieges take a long time in this mod, don't they? Holy shit. Where are my boats? Let's get these boats and go and pick up these other troops, because they clearly haven't got any other men, so it doesn't matter that much. What are they going to do? Try and siege us with 77 dudes? I don't think that's relevant. Alright. How the hell are we alive? No way. How the hell are we alive? Basilius Philippi. He must be blessed. I mean, how else can you explain it? He must be God reborn. He must be Alexander's spirit resurrected within this fairly shitty man. Wow. I don't even know how that's possible. Holy shit. I've never seen that before. Normally, like, say for example, so the go-to sort of Satanic Society Tainted Touch spell that you want to get is, you want to get rabies out of it, right? That generally means an instant death. That's health -7. To put that into perspective, we had a health -4, plus a health -3, plus a health -1. So it was worse than rabies, and a character with rabies will genuinely last a week before they die. This dude, though, maybe it's because he's strong. Maybe he's just less likely to die of disease besides the health +1. I have no idea what else would affect his health to that extent. That gives 0.5 health, but even then, like, still -7.5 health, right? Especially with the horrible mistreatment, too. Unbelievable. Right. This siege is taking forever. Please, for the love of God. Oh. I thought that was the Son of Satan event, and I was so excited. Alright, achievement game. Whatever. A son was born. The music. What the fuck? Euthydemus. No, you are going to be named... Santa. Happy Christmas, everyone. I just wanted to let the music play for a bit. Alright, we've won. Happy Christmas, Hierarch Apollophanes the Rough. Merry Christmas. Okay, well that worked out pretty well. So we've got recently conquered until the 26th of April. Fair enough. That's a year of sitting around building... Oh, we've actually got the piety still, because obviously we get it after we win the war. We're technically a tyrant, but not really a tyrant, because nobody's really a relevant vassal in the realm. What are they... Oh no, the priests might rebel. Careful. We could ransom this guy off for 25 gold. Oh, he also seems a little bit scary to me. What have you done wrong? Camp fever? Was it... Oh, his heir is this dude. Shit. Revoke title? We need to either find a way to revoke titles, or we need to prevent realm inheritance. So why don't we take a look through all of these many laws and get my head around it. Slavery, legal, fine. Army control. We can put the army on tight control, giving us vassal tax plus 20%, levy plus 20%, feudal vassal opinion plus 10, which is obviously incredibly good, seeing as we're feudal. Wow, that seems insanely good. Piss off the... Whoa, what's the downside to this? I'm trying to understand why this would be a bad thing. Oh no, we can annoy some city holders, some mayors, in exchange for a plus 20 opinion, plus 40% tax and levy size, and lower revolt risk. Why wouldn't you do this as soon as you could? Now, the council don't get to vote on this, do we? No, because the council's not allowed to vote on that. Of course they're not. Well, that's just insanely good. Why would I never do that? Okay, it's not even a crown law. We've only got one crown law, that being slavery. Religious intolerance. That's what I want to get. Now, what would that allow me to do? Non-tribal ruler declares war on the realm. The overlord will become the defensive of... I don't understand what any of these words mean. This is all... These words make sense in my mind, but just not written down, so it doesn't matter. Revocation of infidel titles, that's what I was looking for. There we go. Okay, so if we conquest a realm, which is obviously a different religion, we can just immediately revoke it, I assume, without needing some other, title revocation title, or law, I should say. Vassal war declaration. External, we should always have it on. I don't mind external at all, because obviously that's just going to expand our own realm. Got to keep it in check, though, because powerful vassals might end up being rebellious and go for independence. Centralization, what does that give us in response? So, centralization gives us taxes and troops and domain size, but reduces vassal limit and pisses everyone off. However, the minus... obviously, we only care about feudal vassals. It's CK2. You rarely care about your non-feudal vassals unless you've got very powerful, like, Prince Bishops or Merchant Republic, say, if you're playing as the HRE, but this is kind of irrelevant for us. I feel like going for high centralization is a good idea, mainly because the minus 30 opinion will be balanced out by the plus 20 from this. Minus 10, with all of these bonuses, seems incredible. What else have we got? Obviously, we don't care about that one. Status of Women full. I always go for that just because it allows you, double twice the amount of chancellors. So there's absolutely no reason to not do that. Crown sovereignty on hereditary titles. Balanced. The ruler is legally allowed to seize hereditary titles from traitors and unlawful subjects. This is title revocation then, I see. So we actually do need that one and religious intolerance. So they've sort of split it up. Rather than having, it be no revocation, some revocation, religious revocation, they've split it up into crown sovereignty and religious tolerance there. Okay, fair enough. So we also need this one. Vassal can no longer pass outside the realm, so that is also a legal realm inheritance. That's what we want to go for next. I feel like this one is definitely the next title that will allow us to revoke, and it will also prevent it. Enables the fabricate claim action. Oh, right. Interesting. For this round's chancellor, I didn't even notice we didn't have that. That's a cool feature. I like being able to unlock actions for your chancellors by passing laws. That's a really cool feature that no one ever implements. I didn't even know you could do that, honestly. I thought it was hard-coded. Very cool. Okay. Administration. What do these do for us? Just vassal limit. So it allows us to go between different vassal types. It allows additional succession laws. This one allows us to give out viceroyalties and more succession laws and gives us 25 vassal limit. There's absolutely no reason not to go for Imperial then, I assume. Why would I not go for that? What's the downside to this? Feudal vassal opinion minus 10. So it'd be minus 20. So the end game. Sorry, I'm talking about laws a lot here, but I feel like it's good to get our heads around this early in the series rather than struggle with it later on. Poland. I hate this game. So it's important to get our head around this early on, like I was saying, so that we know what we're aiming for. So this is minus 10. So overall, it was a minus 20 feudal vassal opinion plus a minus 20 or like a minus 40 church and burgher, but we get plus 25. We get, plus 25 vassal limit there. We get all of these, so additional 10% taxes, 15% min levy, 15 max levy. So that's also given us a minus 10. So that with Imperial gives us a 0 vassal limit change. Plus 4 domain size. And then this one too would give us so much more vassal tax as well. Noble vassal tax. What does noble mean? That's any landed vassal, surely. Man, it seems like the endgame could be very, very powerful. There has to be some downsides, maybe event-driven downsides that we're not seeing here, because that seems almost unbalanced in terms of the power. The fact that also you don't really need much to get there as well. We're already to tight. Absolute is the next level above that. All we need is prestige and piety, which honestly I think we could do with this character in almost no time at all. Okay, interesting. Sorry, that was a little aside there trying to decide how the hell this thing worked. We've improved relations with some guy. That's looking scary. You've grabbed a lot of land very quickly. I think we need to move faster. I feel like I need to be diving on things a bit more. I want our monthly balance to cancel out. Oh, we inherited it from that dude. Oh, this was a different dude. Right, I was going to say, if that was the guy that died of camp fever, sure. Let's get into our own personal domain, so why not, eh? We want to get taxes from all of our provinces as well. It seems like a waste not to have some tax income from these boys. Is there actually anything worth building that can give us a decent tax income? Not really. 0.05 for 22 gold, though. It's not a huge amount, but it will add up. And obviously, the earlier the better. Oh, that gives much higher taxes, plus it also gives the levy size. It's not much levy size. Oh, man, that gives way more tax. Okay, we'll go for these. Mainly because I want some taxes from these provinces. Again, it seems a shame not to have it. Minimal control over that province. I feel like control has other effects that we're not seeing at this stage of the game. That probably leads to these laws being lowered, you know. I imagine if you don't have control over provinces, that will automatically turn these laws down, which is what we saw at the start of the game. So keep a close eye on these things. Again, I'm more speculating, but I feel like, oh god, the council hate me because I'm a tyrant, eh? My wife, welcome to the council as my spy master, about the only person I can friggin' trust. I'm also going to give you the honorary title of, oh, hang on, these cost, there you go, look at that, it says there, that's why we couldn't give out titles last one. We have to have 10 gold. The issue is doing it from this screen, there's no way to tell that. Right, interesting. So now if we try it, yeah, okay, so it doesn't actually show that without being on the other screen, right? Okay, so that's that mystery solved. A little bit annoying that it doesn't show that, but honestly, I think this also might be hard coded to some extent. Right, so you can perform statecraft. Please, for the love of God, try and repair my destroyed reputation. Again, it's just with courtiers. Got to watch out for murder plots. Besides that, nothing particularly to worry about in terms of, you know, rebellions or anything. Apparently that's already been 30 minutes and I'm absolutely no idea how. I apologise that a lot of this was lore discussion and that type of thing, but I feel like I've got a better grip on how things work now. I understand the systems. I sort of see what they're going at. You know, I think they're going for a stifling expansion to prevent blobbing to some extent, but also for the whole, if you play clever and manage your realm well, you're going to be rewarded for it. So there's more of that micromanaging for the buildings behind the scenes, which I personally really, really like. I've said it, you know, I say it in every series. Paradox didn't do enough with the building system. I feel like these guys are trying to solve that by having it do other things. Lore system seems kind of cool as well. It's growing on me. Originally, when we first started playing this one, I was like, oh, Christ, it's going to be another Princess of Darkness with all the ridiculous micromanagement and overwhelming the whole game and overhauling everything with new features. But actually, it doesn't seem to be the case. Looking forward to the next episode, actually. You know, I was kind of dreading recording this because I thought, how the hell am I going to save this series? But I'm enjoying it. Thank you for watching. Hope you guys are liking it too. Probably also worth mentioning very briefly that these episodes were coming out at 5 AM my time, but you guys are just watching them at midday anyway, my time, so I'm going to be releasing them at noon UK time instead. Works out better for everyone that way, because it means I don't have to have videos ready for friggin' 5 in the morning. Big shout out to my insane top tier level patrons, Big Dick Timmy, Sean Thornton, Zachary Harris, Tariq, Lucas Holting, Jacob Alexander Fenton, Jackson Whitman, Escape, Crotis, James Ogilvy, Paul, Conspired C, Necrophilim, Michael Mullen, Haydog, Orcswolf, Josh Lindeen, Tesla, Logan Thorne, Average Gamer 419, and I am the Lizard King. For their support to the insane tier levels on Patreon, thank you very much. And as well, a big shout out to Nathaniel Lindbergh, Facundo Vasquez, Felix Deal, Quet Latchley, Brandon Montoniak, Paul Master, Everqueen as Waifu, Quasar Fox, Chris, Joseph Beer, Sir Thor the Swede, Nick Sedini, Asaro, Jack Allen, Euphrates, Jordan Campbell, Joran DeVries, Don Connie 7, Nathan Flores, and the many, many others over at Patreon. Thank you for your support.